Great Barrier Reef in Australia. So, do you remember where is the Great Barrier Reef? So this here is Australia, where teacher Tara comes from. And the Great Barrier Reef goes all the way down here on the eastern coastline of Queensland. That's my home. Do you think the Great Barrier Reef is a very small area, or do you think it's a very big area? Well, it's a very big area. It goes for 300 kilometers, and it's made up of so many sea creatures. We have things like the manta ray. The manta ray is a big type of stingray. We have the dugong. It looks like the manatee that we have in Doozy Moo, right? Dugong. We have a giant turtle that's called the loggerhead turtle. Here he is. Amazing creature. If you watch the movie Finding Nemo, there's a big loggerhead turtle in Finding Nemo. And talking about Nemo, what's Nemo? He's a clownfish. Here he is. Clownfish. So in Australia, there's many types of people. And in later weeks, we're going to be talking about different people, how we're all different. So in Australia, it's made up of many different people. Japanese, Chinese, Indian, African, English, so many people from around the world. And before we all came to Australia, we had the indigenous people. They're called Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander. They have very dark skin, and they lived in Australia before all the other people came to live there also. They are very good at protecting the sea creatures and all the land, all the trees, all the habitats in Australia. And they're also very good with special natural medicine. Okay, so the people from Australia, the Aborigines, they know how to get food very well from around Australia. So before there were things like supermarkets, everybody had to hunt for their own food or grow their own food. Okay? The Aboriginal people, they know where to find their food. They know how to take care of the river and the sea and the plants so that everything can work very well. Do you remember we were talking about the food chain and the life cycle, and that everything relies on something else? So the Aboriginal people are very close to their land. They know how to take care of this creature so that it won't hurt this creature, and everyone has something to eat, everyone has shelter, somewhere to live. So we need to learn from people like that also. They've been using the sea for food for hundreds of thousands of years. Okay, so just like us, they know how to eat fish, crabs, many types of seafood. And even now, they still know how to go and get their food from nature. They have very good ways to catch the fish, to catch the food in the land, okay? So, do you remember that I told you that the Great Barrier Reef is at risk? At risk. Do you know what risk means? So it means all this beautiful coral that you can see here, it's starting to die. So people, humans, we're not taking care of the earth. We're making too much plastic rubbish and we're wasting too much water. We are using too much electricity and it's making all of the world hotter than before. And now there's more strong sunlight and heat, and that problem is starting to kill off all the coral. Many of the coral now is not bright colored. It's gone white and changed color now. So, how can we take care of the environment more? Teacher will make another video to teach you more about that, but I think there's some things you know already, right? We don't waste the water. We try to use things that can be recycled many times, okay? So we have our water bottle that we can refill. We don't need to keep buying plastic bottle. If we're going to buy food, we can bring our own plastic container and reuse it. And the important thing, when we've finished with something, where are we going to put it? Are we just going to throw it in the rubbish or throw it in the sea or throw it in the river? We need to put it in the trash, and we need to make sure we don't make too much rubbish too. Try to buy something that doesn't have a lot of plastic or wrapping around it. If we all work together, we can all help save the planet, okay? And now you're small. As you grow up, you can learn more and more, and you can help change the world and help change the life of all the sea creatures also. I really hope you can try your best, okay?